G'day guys, Big Al here, and we've got something today that's, well, it's mini. Mini, I suppose, in stature, but absolutely massive in terms of performance and presence. For the past few months, I suppose, I've been hitting today's club in question, and it's been, well, there's no other word for it, amazing. I'm not actually sure that does it justice, to be honest. Okay, you get it, but the best part about this is not many people know about this yet. Is it a big brand? In some ways, yes. In other ways, it's still a new kid on the block. Oh! I love that. This is the 11 Golf Mini Driver. It is truly a work of art, and the thing I like so much is that modern mini drivers tend to be pushing more the driver, so it's quite deep. This is flatter, it's longer, I get fairway wood vibes. It kind of takes me back to the shaping wise for this. I'm getting early 2000 fairway wood vibes, which is, if you're around and playing golf at that time, it's like, the best way to describe this, it's like 11 Golf have gone to the what would I like to see behind the ball shop and bought everything in store, because that is, oh, just it. It's the same kind of feeling as, it's like a warm security hug from your mum when you think there's a monster under your bed. As a kid, obviously. That monster was there again last night. I know I'm 34. Now I'm very much in 11's corner because, as we know, this game is very difficult, and they're actively making things that I feel they're trying to make it easier. But then we'll get into pricing, and this is where I also want to back it, because let's say we're playing Monopoly, the big brands are charging, well, you're paying for Mayfair, where this is like, I didn't think this through. It's been ages since I've played Monopoly. Pass go, collect $200 and a driver. That sounded so much better in my head. In terms of construction, it's 310 cc, so straight away that's telling you the story. It's bigger than the standard fairway wood, which you get at like 160, 170, 180, at a push for giving 200 cc. And of course, so that's still smaller than the modern 460 cc driver, so making it easier to launch. 43.75 inches in terms of length, so again, slightly longer than the fairway wood. It's to a point where I could cry. That sound, I hope we get it out here. It's very, very crisp, it's very solid, and as I've said, it's the reason why I'm hitting it. So I've got a gimbal for this, so I apologise, there's no internal stability, so it might be a bit like this. Not my fault, okay? Well, it is my fault. But yes, I have loved this club from the moment I picked it up. It was first introduced to me at Top Golf in Orlando, of all places. Really did enjoy it then. A few days later, you probably would have seen the video with the guys for the donation video. I took that out as my proper 460cc driver, and I hit it from the tee so well, so well. So with the 11 mini driver, like other mini drivers, we can expect a driver-like infusion, but with 3-wood-like dispersion, and more people are realising that the mini driver might just be for them. They hit the fairway wood very well off the tee, but it's just not going out of the shadow. Struggle with the driver because it's 460cc, it's the same size as the Planet. This is that middle ground of easy to launch, forgiving, 3-wood-like dispersion, but it's going that little bit further. What you'll notice with a lot of the big brand mini drivers is we've got weight ports, we've got weight tracking systems. There's a lot going off with it, and that does come at a cost, whether that's financially or performancely, it's a word now. Because adding that sliding weight port adds so much weight, we have to counteract with something like a carbon crown, and that comes at a cost to usually us, the consumer. The way of getting around that is hot melt. The best way I can explain this is I recently played in a Pro-Am in Marbella with Paul Lawrie. Not to name drop or anything, you know, Paul Lawrie, the Open champion, Ryder Cup legend. And I played with a lovely man called Nick, who is 11's club builder and fitter. He gave me this mini driver that has some extras. I like to call them GTA cheats. I think it's probably better I just get the expert to tell you what he did. The drivers and mini drivers that they've given us have got some special treatment in your very capable hands. What do you do in regards to this hot melt, and how can it benefit everybody at home?
So it's movable weight. Obviously it's not movable once it's in,
Yeah.
but you can put it exactly where you want it. So in your case, from what I've seen on videos anyway, a left can be a miss.
I don't know what you mean.
So
Yeah.
I've just chucked, probably 8 grams in the toe. Just helps the heel be a bit quicker and stop the left miss.
So what would you say in terms of, so they've got the option, customers online, to be able to put the location where they want the hot melt to be?
Yeah, exactly. So
And,
it's just kind of, if you hit a little fade, you can kind of neutralise it, or vice versa the other way.
So yes, we'll be doing a dedicated video on hot melt over at 11 HQ with Nick. I think that's so interesting if you're a golf club nerd, of how his mind works. It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, of the things that come out of that factory, but also how that can help the regular golfer in terms of adding this weight, fixed weight, for just £20. Do you know, just because you've got a sliding weight, it's not like a DJ volume button, we have to keep messing around with it. Once it's fixed for your swing, it's fixed. Oh yeah, turn it up. Come on. So, excuse the lack of gimbal, but price of this thing, huh? It's under £250. The finger doesn't really do it justice, does it? $1 million. It's under £250. Under £250. Yeah, no, it's not. That's just not shipping. That is the club as well for under £250. Under £250. I know, mad, isn't it? Now, the thing for me is, well, you're probably thinking they've cut costs somewhere. Hot melt's one of them. You haven't got a carbon crown, so that's saving you some dollar as a counter of the weight. But in terms of shaft, you're probably thinking for that price we get a bag for life as a shaft. This is a cool part. Included, we've got KBS premium shaft. So whether that's the max for more the lightweight, high launch, you want to increase your club head speed, or the KBS TD higher for, a bit more tall weighted, lower penetrating ball flight. So I just love it. It's so shallow. I wish you could see that IRL. That was a good swing though, weren't it? It felt good. It looked good. It went under £250. I know, right? Madness. And that's why it's in the golf bag. And as a consequence of how the CCs have been distributed in the 11 mini driver, I do feel this is a lot easier to launch off of the fairway compared to some other modern mini drivers this year. Characteristically for me, and forgive me for saying big brand, because I do feel like this is a big brand, but not in the mini driver market, I feel like a bigger branded mini driver would beat this in distance purely because, again, of that weighting system. Having that weight push forward, dynamic loft gets drawn down, lower spin, so it tends to be more characteristically a more unforgiving ball flight. If we hit that high toe, we get that low RPM, where this is more traditional, more fairway wood, stronger fairway wood ball flight for me, where I know I'm in control. That's why it's a very sensible option for me to have in the bag, because it's doing its job. It is in fact a mini driver. Driver-like characteristics, but I feel very confident on the tee when the driver's not necessarily working. So guys, short and sweet, because I don't need to drag this out. I've told you exactly how good this thing is, and this is not the last time you're going to be seeing the 11 mini driver on the channel. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. That's dirty. Remember, golf doesn't have to be expensive. No, it doesn't.